בשם השם נעשה ונצליח. מוסר of פרשת כי תישא ליום שישי for Friday from שערי קדושה חלק ב' שער ד' brought in חוק לישראל. אדם המסתפק בהכרחי, a person, a Jew, אדם שאינו מתענג על מותרות, that is not so much enjoying of that which is permissible to him, אלא מסתפק בהכרחי להיותו וקיומו בלבד. Rather he is satisfied with the minimum satisfaction. For example, he has the ability to get himself kebab every day, right? But he leaves it for Shabbat, right? Or he likes sushi, but he leaves it for Shabbat, right? Nigra Sadiq. This person is called a righteous person. Why? Because he's not indulging, he's not getting himself into so much gashmiut, mundane things. He's not enjoying himself too much. כמו שכתוב, as it says in Mishlei, Sadiq ochel lesovea nafsho, that a righteous person eats Sadiq ochel kedei lispot bilvad, right? That he should be, right? He should not be hungry. That he should be satisfied with that which he needs. Ve'eno nehene memutarot she'enam hechim, and he is not enjoying from that which is not really necessary. Ve'chen David HaMelech Amar, and also David HaMelech teaches us in Tehillim, Kuf Yutet, right? The Ot Ein Aleph, Tov li ki unneti leman elmat chochecha, Tov li שתצאתי והתעניתי ולא הייתה לו רוחה כי רק כך יכולתי להידבק בתורה. So David HaMelech is making a statement. This is something that he lived by it, that it is good for me, right, to limit myself, right, and to go ahead and even fast, right, that I should not be indulged with too many mundane things. And this way I can be dabuk, I can become one with the Torah. Because as Harav Eliyahu Netanyahu Shalita says all the times, right, that Torah and Gashmiut, mundane things, do not go together. It's like water to ash. What is ash? Ash is fire of Torah. Torah is compared to ash. It warms you up, right? Also, there are some other opinions that say that Torah is compared to water, that Torah is learned by a person who is humble, right? That water goes to places that are deep, that are downwards. The water doesn't go upward, it goes down. So to Torah goes to a person who is humble, and Torah is compared to ash as well. But if mundane things are compared to water, right, and Torah is ash that warms you up, then if you pour water onto ash, it's gonna, cool it off. It's gonna get rid of the ash. So one should not be indulged with too much gashmiut, right? Only that which he needs, right? As our Chachamim teach us, Qadesh asmecha b'mah shemutar lach, that a person needs to sanctify himself with that which is permissible to him, not even too much, right? Now this is even mentioned with marital relationships, that it has to have certain limit. Our Chachamim tell us for Talmidei Chachamim from Shabbat night to Shabbat night, right? Everyone according to his ta'ava, according to his needs, need to have tashmish amita, right? כמו אלא Right, let's go on. לא שאל יעקב אבינו מאת הקדוש ברוך הוא, אלא את המוכרח שכך אמר בבקשתו. So Yaakov Avinu only asked from Hashem that which he absolutely needed. As it says in the Pasuk in Bereshit, right? Perek Chet, Pasuk Chaf, Venatan li lechem. Hashem, please give me bread, le'echol. Bread that I should eat. Ubeged lilbosh, and clothing to wear. Right? Vechen kativ. So Yaakov Avinu could have asked for many things, but he is making it very limited. Bread to eat and clothing to wear. Venatan li lechem. Ketiv, and it says in Pasuk, Yisachar chamor garem, vayet shichmo lispol, ke chamor asher lo asmot chezchot hanose metzot kevedim, kemuken shevet Yisachar hayu nos'im al shechmam et ol haTorah mitoch oni lelo makor mechaye upanasa. So when Yaakov Avinu, right, wants to describe Issachar, wants to give him tochacha, he tells him, you are like a donkey. Right? Why like donkey? Because as we know, there was a agreement between Issachar and Zevulun. Issachar would learn Torah and Zevulun would support the Torah of his brother Issachar. So Yaakov Avinu says, you are the one that you are like donkey, that you carry heavy burden on yourself, heavy things on your back. And what are those heavy things? That's Torah. Carrying the yoke of Torah is difficult, but nevertheless you have the means, you could do it. You are strong like the donkey, and you refrain from too much gashmiut and mundane things. You don't go after that. You are like the ani, right? That you eat that which you have and not more than what you have. V'chen amru rabotenu zichronam livracha. Also our chachamim of blessed memory teach us in Masechet Avot, kachi darka shel Torah. This is the way to achieve Torah. Pat b'melach tochal. Eat bread, right, with your salt, umayim b'msura, with a little bit of water here, right, ubesimsum tishte, that the water you have is not even too much, right, is limited. Ve'al haaretz tishan, and if it requires you to sleep on floor, because this way you would learn Torah, so be it. Go ahead and sleep on floor. As we see a lot of Gedolim, right, back and before the Holocaust, right, and even some places, some yeshivot after Holocaust, that they didn't have beds for the students. The beds of the students were the chairs of Beit Midrash. Wow. They would sleep there at night.
At the Beit Midrash?
Yes, and they would get up. Right? Yes. Yeah. And your life is going to be sad of sufferings. But nevertheless, you work hard with Torah. Now, after all, who remembers the comfort of sleeping on, these very comfortable beds? You don't remember it. Last night, 2 nights ago, okay, you were comfortable. But that which remains with you is the learning of Torah that you have. Im asita ken ashrecha ba'olam hazeh v'tov lach le'olam haba. If you did this, if you went after this method of achieving Torah, right, praiseworthy you are in this world and in the world to come. Ve'amru rabotenu zichronam livracha, and our rabbanim of blessed memory teachers in Masechet Berachot, אין התורה מתקיימת אלא במי שממית עצמו עליה. The Torah, right, is continuously with a person. Torah remains with a person who sacrifices for Torah. Right? Shemimit asmo aleha. Right? Like some wonderful individuals that drive from all the way from valley to come and learn Torah. Right? Right? They remain nameless. במי שמוסר את נפשו, שמוסר את נפשו, ללמודה מתוך דוחק ועוני, that he is sacrificing to learn Torah, right? Even though that he has a hard time to learn Torah, and he is not even rich. He's oni, he's poor. כדי לעסוק בתורה, nevertheless he continues learning Torah. ועוד אמרו רבותינו זיכרונם לברכה, furthermore our rabbis teach us about the ta'anugim, ומרבה בשר לעצמו, that the person who gets himself into too much mundane pleasures, says in Masachet Avot, he is adding on to his flesh. مربه hu لعصمو rima. And what is going to happen? The truth of the matter is, after 120 years, all that flesh that he made himself chubby, is going to become the food of ants and worms, unfortunately, under the ground. Right? ועוד אמרו רבותינו זיכרונם לברכה, also our sages teach us in מסכת תענית י' א' עמוד ב', לעולם יראה אדם את עצמו. Right? A person should always see himself כאילו קדוש, that he is קדוש. He is like Hashem. Who is קדוש? אתה קדוש, בשמך קדוש. That Hashem is קדוש. שראוי בתוך מאיו. And therefore, that which he puts in his mouth, goes inside, needs to be קדוש. בקרבך קדוש. Right? בקרבך קדוש means within you need to be קדוש. ולכן, אם את מתענוגות שאינם מוכרחים ויסתפק בהכרחת בלבד. Therefore, limit yourself with the food that you have, right? And this way you buy that relationship with Hashem. Baruch Adonai Leolam. Amen. Amen.